I just couldn't comprehend how I can accept it, how I can accept the pain and suffering when I really wanted to change. And I felt like I needed to change everything around me. Yeah, like if I could look back now, and if I could understand it back then I guess I would tell myself.
Do you remember what it was like when you first started and how you looked at life back then and the things that you had believed?
Well, I was looking for healing, and the way I understood it is that I was just in pain. I didn't know what was going on. I kept trying to change, and I kept trying to find out how to get better. But I just felt like I was going in circles, and things were getting worse in terms of my health. So it was like perpetuating the same pain over and over. And I look at my family, and I could see how we are all suffering, and I wanted to change it. And I did what I could, but it only made things worse, and I didn't know why. So, yeah, like if I could look back now, and if I could understand it back then I guess I would tell myself, one thing I should know is that to just accept where I am at that moment. And I know I was told that, but at that time, it meant something different than it means now. I just couldn't comprehend how I can accept it, how I can accept the pain and suffering when I really wanted to change. And I felt like I needed to change everything around me. Well, it's more about accepting myself.
Can you describe what that actually is like? What's the process that you go through from going from, I guess, not accepting yourself and then accepting yourself?
Okay, yeah, definitely. Especially working with you helped me realize how my energy works in terms of like how I burn myself out doing certain things. And it was such a big contrast of me wanting to do all those things, thinking that's what I have to do. And then you showing me that actually, look, you can just go slow. Mm-hmm. You can pay attention to each thing, and it doesn't have to be all done in one day. And I remember one practice was, it stuck with me, was that I was cleaning the house. And I remember thinking, oh, I need to do it all at once. And I would have this pattern of like, go, 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 and then I would crash. I would burn myself out completely instead of respecting my energy and how, I would get tired. Then I would actually allow myself to rest. So accepting my body's needs for rest, for sleep, for slower pace of life, that was a huge, huge thing that changed for me. Realizing that I don't need to do all of those things that my mind keeps telling me I should be doing was very freeing. I love cooking for my family, but I always didn't like peeling the garlic. And it was this painful thing because it requires to slow down probably, and it would stick to my fingers, and I just didn't like it. So as much as I could, I would delegate it to others, or I would just like very frustratedly do it. And then when I started to practice mindful living, I deliberately decided to peel the garlic and feel how each layer comes off, how it feels on my skin, and appreciate the smells, the scents that come out of the garlic. And I started from that action that I really didn't like. And then before you knew it, like I actually really not thinking about the next thing, but being here with that garlic instead of thinking, oh, once I do the garlic, then the fun will begin. Because it never begins. It's always somewhere in the future. It's always somewhere ahead. So for me, catching those moments when my thoughts just trail off and actually bringing myself into my body, breathing mindfully, and slowing down is how it feels right now.
Well, what if someone has a difficult time finding value within themselves? What is one thing that you would be able to share to someone like that, even your past self?
It is a difficult thing, and it starts with the right intention. And for me, it was my family. I wanted to be there for my family, and then finding joy in doing things for other people. I was eventually give that love back to myself, especially when I saw how it got reflected back to me from them, and our relationships have changed, and that way I could slowly find that value.
Thank you for sharing your experiences, Isabella.
Thank you.